Jai Hind everyone. My name is Dr. Dibya Bharti. Today I am going to discuss circuit applications of Laplace transform. In earlier lecture we had discussed Laplace transform. We had discussed inverse Laplace transform also, and we discussed the advantages of these also. Okay. So if we are knowing the Laplace transform as the final outcome, then we are required to calculate the inverse Laplace also, because if we need to know the outcome in the time domain, or then inverse Laplace is necessary. So we had discussed all this. So today we will see the circuit application of Laplace transform. So here first is the transfer function, second is the convolution integral, and RLC circuit with initial condition. We will see this. Okay. So if in any network resistance R is given, okay, we can directly transform that network into the S domain. Any circuit, any network given in time domain can be directly converted into circuit in S domain. How? Resistance R can be directly written, okay. Inductance L can be written as S into L in S domain, and capacitance C can be written as 1 by S into C. How? We will see in next slides. So here suppose the function, okay, xt is the input or excitation, yt is the output or response, and the function or the network has been defined by function ht. Okay, network function or transfer function. Okay, transfer function is a special type of network function, we can say, and network function is the function which shows the, or which establishes the relation between the excitation and the response. Okay, so here ht is the network function, okay, or we can say ht is the transfer function. So in time domain yt equal to ht to xt. Okay, so in S domain ys equal to hs into xs. These are the corresponding S domain functions. Okay, so in S domain yt, in time domain yt equal to ht convolution xt. Okay, but in S domain ys equal to hs into xs. It is very simple. So here from this transfer function hs can be written as ys by xs. That means output in S domain divided by input in S domain. Okay, this is not the proper definition of transfer function. Proper definition of transfer function will be covered in the control system, because we neglect the initial conditions. So I am not going into very deep with that topic, because only we need to know the transfer function, that is the Laplace transform of output divided by Laplace transform of input. So here this is the very first example. Here for the following circuit we need to calculate the Hs, okay, V naught S divided by VIS. So here we will, it has been written that assume zero initial conditions. Okay, so this is the proper definition of transfer function, that if we calculate the ratio of output by input in S domain by assuming initial zero condition. Okay, so here this is the circuit given: 2 ohm resistance, 1 Henry inductor, 4 ohm resistor, and here 0.1 farad capacitor has been connected, and V naught is the output, V naught is the voltage across this capacitor. So we need to calculate, our target is to calculate the V naught S divided by Vs. Okay, so here transfer function will be V naught S divided by Vs in S domain. Okay, so here Vs is the Vi. So now that circuit that was given in time domain can be directly converted into the S domain as we had discussed. So 2 ohm resistor has been put here as it is. Here inductor was 1 Henry. So 1 into S, as inductor L can be directly written as S into L. Okay, so we had written S into 1, S into 1, and 4 ohm resistor has been kept as it is. Now here as we can see, capacitance is 0.1 farad. So, and also we had seen we can write capacitor as 1 by S into C. Okay, so here we will write this as 1 by S into 0.1. So it will be 10 by S. So now this circuit has been directly converted into the S domain, and output V naught was there. So V naught S and VSS. Okay. So now we can apply the any analysis, that voltage division rule, current division rule, we can apply that basic fundamental, basic concept, and we can calculate this V naught S divided by VSS. So here V naught S, that is the output. So here we will, what we can do here, 4 ohm resistor and this. Now one more important thing is that this S is in ohm, this 10 by S, okay, this is in ohm. So here 4 and 10 by S, these two are in parallel. So overall impedance in this given circuit is 4 parallel 10 by S, and we will calculate the equivalent of this. This S plus 2 will be in the series of that. Okay, so here what is the, this is the 2 ohm. Okay, so this is the S, okay, and this is the equivalent. Okay, so here VIS. Okay, so now this is the 4 parallel 10 by S. Okay, so 4 parallel 10 by S divided by 4 parallel 10 by S, okay, plus S plus 2, okay, into Vs. This is by the voltage divider rule. So now if we solve this and simplify this, we will be having V naught S divided by VSS. Okay, so if we simplify this, we will be having 20, okay, divided by 2S plus 5 divided by this, and if we solve this and simplify this, we will be having 20 divided by 2S square plus 9S plus 30. Okay, so now V naught S divided by Vs. Okay, this is the target that we need to calculate. This is the transfer function HS. So we had written this as HS equal to V naught S divided by VSS divided by 20. It is 20 divided by 2S square plus 9S plus 30. So this is the second example. Okay, so here in this example, what is the difference here? 0.5 farad capacitor is there, 1 Henry inductor is there, 3 ohm resistor is there, and this is the dependent source. Okay, so because it is the notation of the dependent source, we had discussed this in our very first lecture. So this is the dependent source and it is depending on the current through this 0.5 farad capacitor. Okay, so this is the example, this is the given circuit, and we will calculate the transfer function for this circuit. So see here, what is the best thing, that in S domain also we can transform the dependent source also in S domain. Okay, so this was the current I. Okay, so it has been written here as IS, so it will be 2 into IS. Okay, so now this is the 0.5 farad, so 0.5, that means 1 by 0.5 into S. Okay, so it has become 2 by S, so it is 2 by S ohm. Now here this is 1 Henry inductor, so it has been S ohm. Okay, and this is 3 ohm resistor. So now we will apply again very simple fundamental rule to this circuit, and we will find out the transfer function for the given circuit. Here what we can write, V naught S is here, if we calculate the current here, this 2IS current is at this node is incoming and IS current is also incoming. Okay, so total current here is the 3 into this current is 3IS, 2IS plus IS. So 3 into I plus 2I. Okay, so this is 9 into IS, basically this is 9 IS. Okay, so VS, this is the output. Okay, and VS is 2 by S into IS plus S plus 3 into 3I. How? Here we can see this is 2 by S. Okay, 2 by S into IS plus S plus 3 into 3IS. What we are doing? We are writing the KVL equation in the outer loop. So 2 by S into IS, S plus 3 into, what is the current here? Here current is the 3IS in this loop. Okay, so 2 by S into IS plus S plus 3 into 3IS. Basically this is also IS. Now we are having Vs and V naught in terms of Is. Okay, so if we divide these two equation, we are knowing the transfer function V naught s by Vss. So it will be 9 divided by 2s plus 3s plus s square. This is 9 divided by 2s plus 3s plus s square. And after simplifying this, we are having this transfer function 9s divided by 3s square plus 9s plus 2. So this is the third example. That question is that use convolution to find out the V naught t in the circuit. V naught t we need to calculate, and question is that we need to apply the convolution. Okay, so given figure A is the circuit and Vs is this function. Okay, Vs, that means excitation input, is the given signal. Okay, so Vs, basically Vs, what is Vs? Vs is 10 e to the power minus t. Okay, so now we will apply convolution to find out the V naught t. Okay, so here see, we had transform. First, what we are doing, after transforming this circuit into S domain, we can write a simple algebraic equation. Okay, for in capacitor also. Okay, there will be no integration, no differentiation term. So we are transforming this given time domain circuit into the S domain. So now this has been the circuit. Okay, so here transform. Okay, we had assumed zero initial condition also, because capacitor, in case of capacitor and inductor, there may be some initial values. So if that value is not given, we are simply assuming that as 0. Okay, so here this is the Vs. Okay, so now this is the Vs. Okay, this is not Is, this is Vs. Okay, Vs, and this is V naught s. Okay, so here now we will write the equation, write the this input in S domain. Okay, so V naught s divided by Vss. Okay, so V naught s is 2 by s divided by 2s plus 1. Vss is 2s plus 1. So it will be 2 divided by s plus 2. Okay, because this is the linear, this is the very current, suppose current I is there. Okay, so what will be the output? Suppose corresponding current is Is, we are assuming this. Okay, so V naught s will be 2 by s into Is. Okay, and Vss will be 2 by Vss will be 1 plus 2 by s into Is. So that's why we had written 2 by s divided by 2s plus 1. Okay, so now we are knowing the transfer function. Okay, so now we will apply the inverse Laplace transform to find out the function. Okay, because question was given that find out the V naught t. Okay, so now we will apply the inverse Laplace. Okay, so then we will be knowing the ht. So after applying inverse Laplace, ht will be 2 e to the power minus 2t ut. Okay, so now question is, this is the ht, that means Vt divided by Vst. So now again our target is to calculate the V naught t, is it? So here Vs is Hs into Vs. Okay, because Hs, what we write? We write Hs as Vss divided by, sorry, V naught s divided by Vss. Okay, so V naught s is Hs into Vss. So V naught t, now Hs and Vs, this is the multiplication, but in time domain V naught t will be convolution of these two functions, ht convolution Vst. So now ht minus tau Vs tau d tau 0 to tau. Okay, so now we are knowing the ht. Earlier we had discussed, this is the calculated, this is the ht. So now for t greater than 0, to here ht is 2 e to the power minus 2t ut. Okay, so here ht minus tau will be 2 e to the power minus 2t minus tau. Okay, into 10 e to the power minus tau, because this was the given, is it? So 10 e to the power minus t was the Vt. Okay, so Vt was given. So Vs tau 10 e to the power minus tau d tau. Okay, So now, since we are integrating this with respect to tau, so t is the constant. So here e to the power minus 2 has been taken out. Integration e to the power tau d tau 0 to t, we had calculated this, and if we, after putting the integration limit, we will be having this. So this is the final answer, 20 e to the power minus t minus e to the power minus 2t. Okay. So now here circuit element model, apart from the transformation this R to R, L to SL, C to 1 by SC, we must model the S domain equivalent circuit element when there is involving initial condition also. Okay. So in up to this example, we were not considering the initial condition, but we need to know the condition, initial condition also, then how will be the transformation. Okay. If we are having the initial conditions given, then what will be the transformation. Okay. So unlike resistor, both inductor and capacitors are able to store the energy. Okay. So there may be some initial condition due to capacitor and inductor. So now for an inductor, what is the equation, voltage equation in the Laplace time domain is VLT equal to L di by dt. So now if you apply the Laplace transform to this equation, it will be VLS equal to LS into IL minus IL. This is the initial condition. Okay. So up to now what we were doing, we were ignoring this, but if we multiply this S into L, okay, here L is the inductor, SL ILS minus L into IL. So this is the value of the initial condition. Okay. So now if we calculate the IS, so VLS divided by SL plus IL0 by S. So this is the value of the initial voltage. Okay. So you can see this is the value of the initial voltage that will be given across the inductor, and this is the value of the current, initial current that may be there in the inductor. So see, this is the inductor SL, and now we had written L into I0 also, because this was the term that was involved. Okay. So here S into L, this will now, if we represent this equation in the S domain by circuit, so we will be having SL inductor. Okay. And this is representing a voltage, because here in the left hand side we are having the voltage. So this is also representing a part of the voltage. So here, and what is the, here these two are having the opposite sign. Okay. So here if we write the KVL equation for this part, SL into IS minus L into I0 is Vs. Okay. So similarly for the current, here Is equal to VLS is the voltage across this arm also. Okay. So VLS divided by SL plus IL0 by S. Okay. So for the capacitor also in similar way, this is the equation of the capacitor in time domain, ICT equal to C dVCT by dt. So if we apply Laplace transform, we will be having this. Okay. So similarly, this part, this is voltage. Okay. And this is the 1 by S into C. This is the reactance. Okay. That's why it is the current. Okay. V by Z is the I. Similarly, this is the current. In the terms of voltages, we can write this also, VCS divided by ICS divided by 1 by S into C plus VC0 by S. So here, this is the initial current through the capacitor, and this is the initial voltage. Okay. So now for in similar way for the capacitor also, we can represent here what we are doing. We are doing that we are representing this equation in the circuit, nothing else. So here we are representing that equation. If we traverse from this terminal to this, we will be having 1 by SC into IS plus V naught S by S equal to Vs. Similarly, here this is the Vs, the voltage across this arm. So Vs divided by 1 by SC, and this is the current. Okay. So we are writing, basically what we are doing, we are writing the KCL here. So we will be having this equation. Okay, so again this is the example of the parallel RLC circuit. Okay, so here 10 ohm resistor, 4 ohm inductor and 1/80 farad capacitor, all these three are connected in parallel, and here current source 4 UT that has been connected. So also in question you can see initial values are there. Okay, we need to calculate the VT and IT. VT, okay, this is the value V. So we will calculate VT, we will calculate IT. Okay, and initial values of these are given. V0 T, that means capacitor is having V0 is given. V0 is 5 volt. That means capacitor is having some voltage across it. Okay, and through inductor there is some current, that is -2 ampere. Okay, so see how we will proceed. So what we had done here, we had first directly converted this circuit into the S domain. So see 4 UT, Laplace transform of this is 4 by S. In this resistor 10 ohm will be as it is. For inductor 4 Henry, we will write 4S, and for 1/80 farad capacitor, what we will write, 1 divided by 1/80 into S. So it will be 80 by S. See here. Now two more things are there. Okay, so these initial values are given. Okay, so see VT, for VT that means V0 is given. Okay, V0 means that is the initial voltage across the capacitor. Okay, so for that what we had written here, we had put 1/16. How 1/16? See, this is the 5 volt. Okay, 5, and this value of the capacitor is 1/80. Okay, so 1 by S into C into this. This is 1/80. So it will be 1/16. Okay, and it will represent the current source as we had discussed here. See, this is the here. Okay, similarly this is the value of the current. Okay, but equivalent to this there will be voltage source. Okay, so here this will be -2 into 4. Okay, because L into I0. Okay, this was the value. So L is 4. So it has come 1/16 and 4 into -2. Okay, so -8. So this is the -8 value. Now it is very simple to calculate the VT and IT. That was the question. So see, by using the nodal analysis here. Okay, now since this is the parallel circuit, so we will apply the nodal analysis. Okay, because if in the network number of parallel paths is there more. Okay, if number of parallel paths is more, then we apply the nodal analysis. It will be convenient. Okay, so here we are applying the nodal analysis. Okay, so here Vs, we had assumed that the voltage is Vs. Okay, so now we will write basically at this node or this node we will write the KCL. So I plus V divided by 10 parallel 80 by S. See, 10 parallel 80 by S. Okay, minus 4 by S minus 1/16. Okay, minus 1/16 because current, direction of current is there in the upward. So we are writing the equation here. So it will be minus. Okay, so minus 1/16. So if you solve this by this, these are the steps for solving. I am not going into the steps. So you will be having the voltage V and it is in the S domain. Okay, so 5 into S plus 96 divided by S square plus 8S plus 20. So now you need to calculate the VT. Okay, so you will find out the inverse Laplace of this function. You will be having the VT. Okay, see here this has been factorized and finally this Vs is this, and by applying the inverse Laplace transform it has come as 5 cos 2t plus 230 sin 2t e to the power minus 40 ut. Okay, this is the Vt. Similarly, for finding the Vt, okay, so for finding the Vt, okay, similarly for finding out the, now we need to calculate the current It also. So V minus 8 divided by 4S, okay, Vs minus 8 divided by 4S, okay. So Is is here Vs minus 8 divided by 4S. So Vs minus 8 divided by 4S. So now you can put the value of the V in S domain that you had calculated, this value, okay. So this value will be, after simplifying this, you will be having current I in S domain as 1.25 S plus 96 divided by S into S square plus 8S plus 20 minus 2S. Now for this current I also you need to find out the inverse Laplace, okay. So see, you can apply the partial fraction, okay, because this is the equation in the denominator is having the third order, okay. So you apply the partial fraction and you just calculate the inverse Laplace. So after partial fraction, the current Is is this, and after applying inverse Laplace, you will be getting this value, current It as 4 minus 6 cos 2t plus 11.375 sin 2t e to the power minus 14 to ut. So this is the another example here. Switching is given, okay. So switching condition is given so that you can calculate the initial condition by yourself, okay. So the switch of the following question is, switch in the following circuit moves from position A to B, okay. So two position A and B are given. So switch is being moved from A to B at t equal to 0. So when switch is at position A, this will be the circuit, okay. So when switch is at position A, this part will be cut off, okay. So see, this is the simple example, and okay, so here the when t is less than 0, why we are writing t less? Because at t equal to 0 we are moving switch from A to B. So before that we are taking t less than 0. So when switch is at this position, this capacitor, see, at steady state condition capacitor is open and inductor is short, okay. How? Because when two plates of the capacitors are fully charged at initial steady state value, they behave as open condition, okay, and in similar way inductor will behave as short. So here this inductor has been short circuited and this capacitor has been open circuited. So here you need to calculate the current, because inductor is short circuited, so there will be current through that, and that will give the initial value of the current through the inductor. So it will be simply 24 divided by 5, 4.8, and capacitor, because capacitor is open circuited, so initial voltage across the capacitor will be 0 because it is behaving as open circuit. So here now when switch has been moved from A to B, see, switch has been moved from A to B. So this is the circuit, okay. See, this will be the circuit, this 1 ohm resistor will be there in the network again, and this inductor will be there, okay. And see, this is the value, okay. So here, see, now this is the for the initial value, okay. So this is the 0.625 S, okay, and the capacitor will be again there now. So this has been the circuit when t equal greater than 0, that means when switch has been moved from position A to B. So here now we had assumed this initial condition, and for this capacitor voltage is, initial voltage is 0. So now it is very easy to apply the current division rule and we will be calculating the current. So I will be minus 3 divided by 0.625 S, and this 10 by S and 1, these two are in parallel. So 0.625 plus 10 by S parallel 1, and minus 3 divided by the total impedance in the network, it will give the total current. So it has been this. So now by applying the current division rule, you can calculate this value I naught S also. You are knowing the total current. So by applying the current division rule, you can write this I naught S by I naught S as because this total current I is being divided into these two parallel paths. So total current I naught S here by current division rule, I naught S will be 10 by S, okay, divided by 10 by S plus 1 into total current IS. So you are knowing the value of I. So if you put the value of I naught I here, you will be having the value of I naught. By partial fraction, this equation can be written as 8 divided by S plus 10 minus 8 divided by S plus 2, and now you can calculate this I naught t by applying inverse Laplace. Okay, so this was all about today's discussion. So we had discussed what we had discussed today. We had discussed the circuit application of the Laplace transform, how we are converting the time domain equation into the S domain. Okay, so since inductor and capacitor are the energy storing element, resistor does not store energy, it always dissipates energy. So for inductor and capacitor, there may be initial condition also, okay, that may be given and that may not be given. Okay, in the given problem, there may be some clue, okay, there may be switching condition. For that, from that switching condition, we will calculate the initial condition like we had seen in this last example. Okay, so it is very easy if we convert the time domain equation into the S domain. Okay, because then we will be having the simple algebraic equation in S domain, and then after calculating the particular or desired value, we can apply the inverse Laplace to calculate the values in the time domain. So this was all about today's discussion. We will continue our discussion with this subject in the next lecture. Thank you all.